BEERUN, beer run. BEERUN, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. BEERUN, beer run.
Guys, Saturday. I hope Travis did okay on finishing out that last video. I was also trying to find my my Sons of Anarchy shirt, and I think Miss Bomey stole mine. Any of you guys follow Sons of Anarchy? That season finale? I don't wanna say anything in case there's some of you guys that are fans and are, you know, still haven't seen it, because, you know, we DVR'd it and got back to it. It was just all like, this was the look in the room. Just thought I would, I always show when people send something, and I didn't show what Paul sent, so let's quickly back up. Paul, PA Brew News. We got Golden Monkey from Victor. Resolution Rye Stout. Founders All Day IPA. Founders is always good stuff. Yards Cape of Good Hope. This one, Laguintis IPA, another good brewery. Victor Storm King. I know I've had this one. I think I've done a review, but this was before the E-scale, so. This would be one of Paul's home brews, and I'm thinking for that whole freshness thing, as a spoiler alert, I'm thinking I might look at this tomorrow. Thinking. Let's move that forward ahead. RJ Rockers Bell Ringer. Hellraiser. That just sounds good. Another one from Yards IPA. Berwick Brewing IPA. Another one from Victor. Hop Devil. And Perpetual IPA. So those are all the things from Paul. After the review, I'll get those all loaded up. But yeah, I think I kind of want to look at one of his own brews. According to this, it's 13.49. You know, we couldn't strive for that extra 0.01 to get her up to 13.5. So I think we're gonna take a look at that tomorrow. Ooh, already. Okay. As promised, we're looking at Great Lakes Brewing Company's Christmas Ale. This was sent to me from Paul, my big brother, Hasman 440, not PA Brew News. Both Pauls are really good guys, but I've known Hasman for a long time, and my friend, I really hope you're able to make it to the shoot this year, because Paul just feels more like family than a friend. So it'd be really nice to maybe have a few brews together. That'd be like more like maybe by 7 a.m. Okay. I know it doesn't matter, but if you remember how this guy looked last night, where I had to I had done some light sanding. I had to change the angle on the ejection port area and lower that and then I had to carve out and make a new area to accommodate the bolt handle, and it looked kind of white last night. I've tried several things, and for whatever reason, the accuracy oil, which kind of an expensive thing to use as a rub, but the Spartan accuracy oil from Modern Spartan Systems cleaned it up just like that. Travis gave me an idea. He said a little trick that they use in the car industry, which I didn't have to, because as of right now it's staying nice and dark, was to use peanut butter. So okay, let's get the show rolling. Gonna open this up with the Enterprise, because Great Lakes Brewing has been just pretty much an exceptional craft brewery. Everything I've had from them, I've really enjoyed. The bottle cap. I tell you, I don't know how it happened, but my mug over here, which I think I've shown before, was a Millennium mug, collector's mug. It's actually kind of a cool mug. It starts off and kind of rolls through time, and we get all the way over to this side. It's got like the space shuttle and stuff, and as you can see, we're tapping this guy out. Got the paperwork for this thing and everything. You guys remember that Y2K thing? I tell you, the whole world was going to come to an end that night. Power grid was going to shut down. The water filtration plants were going to stop. Nuclear missiles were going to launch. It was going to be the end of days. The authorities were recommending that we didn't have, we were supposed to have as few lights on as possible, and people had generators. You couldn't find a generator You're supposed to have your bathtubs filled with water as an emergency backup, and stores were wiped out in my area because it was just going to be a living hell. My girls had a Girl Scout camp, as you can see. This was Winter Camp 1999, and they made Y2K bugs. For my tech, I just blew the Y2K bug. People like my tech friends, like Dan. Here you go, Dan. Y2K bug. Managed to hang on to this all that time, and he sits right over here on top of a shot glass. Go figure. So, yeah, that's almost filled. And let's take a look at this. Oh yeah, that's party. It's got a really nice deep golden brown color. Carbonation, looking good. We got kind of a Travis. I was doing some work on the stock, and I got a chunk of black plastic in there. I would have drank it like it matters. Okay. God, it smells just like beer. That's a good start. Not really too much on the spices. Kind of a sweet, almost caramel smell to it. Cheers, everybody, and cheers, Hazman 440. Not just got done. I was out sitting and talking to my next door neighbor, and we were discussing the born-on date on a bunch of cans of Busch, and we actually sat and watched Paul's video, taking a walk down by Lake Erie. Ooh, it looked warm. Made me just want to jump right in. Of course, he's complaining about the temperature there. -4? I don't know. I suppose that might have been possible. You guys thought it was a little warmer than that, but right now, me We've actually hit our high for. We've actually hit our high for like the last week. We're at 10 degrees. Gonna break out the sweats. Oh, that is nice. That's the shit right there. Okay, so it's a Christmas ale, but unlike the other one where you detect like the cinnamon and the nutmeg, this one is this one's like none of the above. We've got a nice citrusy kind of an IPA, but not overstated. Very mellow. And then right on the heels of that, hang on, kind of get that citrus push, and then right behind that is a really like sweet charge of caramel and that heavy bread or biscuit flavor that I really like. And the ending is just smooth, more of the same a caramel bread. Mr. Bush, I think you would like this one because that citrus. Let's put it this way: the citrus is not enough for you even to have the time or the flavor to try to figure out if it's more grapefruit or more pine. Maybe more pine. Oh, and to satisfy Chuck, it tastes like white pine, possibly. I'm thinking like a 35 year old growth of white pines taken in late October. So I hope that helps, Chuck. Yeah, this is very smooth. This is like when you're kind of in the mood for, something that's going to have the characteristics of at least what I like, but not overstated. Sometimes it's nice to grab something fairly hoppy and have, two or three of them and then maybe switch to something mellow. This is something that you could easily drink all the way until you fell down. See, now, this just is this not striking me as something that you would say, okay, this is like something for this time of the year. This is a serious Christmas time ale. This is just a really, really good and smooth beer. Our full-bodied spirited ale, festive for the season. Copper color, combined with cinnamon, ginger, and honey. Maybe a little bit on the cinnamon for some of that sweetness. But that whole combination is almost coming across more like the caramel. Natural ingredients, barley, hops, yeast, water, no chemicals, preservatives. 7.5%. 2516 Market Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio. If you want to look them up, it's GreatLakesBrewing.com. And this one is best enjoyed before 3/13 of 14. So this one is very fresh. Yeah, you kind of mix those three, and I guess it kind of does give the characteristic of caramel, but it's just a very smooth. I mean, nothing is overdone. I mean, some of them you're like going, wow, you really get those spices, like a pumpkin ale or something that just is like over the top too much. This is one of those things where you're like, damn, this is seasonal? I gotta double check. One of my, okay, so that's weird. That, once again, is it the mind over matter thing? That longer, heavier pull, followed by the medium mouthfeel, actually had a lot more of a cinnamon and honey to it. I picked that up a lot more. This is another one where you're probably going to notice more of that stuff as it warms up just a little bit. Yeah, Shelby? But I really like how it ends on that really nice bready or biscuit notes. What are you doing? Want to try some? Here, come here. Do I got something I can put it in for you so it's less gross? Of course, you were a dog. Like, you give a shit if I just pour it on the floor. Oh well, Phil. Here, try this. Shubs. There you go. Oh, that little tail's going. What do you think? Oh, yes. Do you like it? Yes, it's good, isn't it? Yeah. One of my local places, I did inquire, and they were going to try to get this. I'm going to have to see if they pulled that off, because I'm going to need to stock up a few. I mean, this isn't something that I could sit on for months on end, but if Great Lakes says that it can sit for 3 months, then I'm willing to enjoy it for 3 months. I'll see if I can get some or not. It's kind of like a rerun. Let's take a look at that pour. Oh yeah, just look at that golden brown color. And the carbonation, yeah, definitely less head. Well, in this case, I guess it would be more head. Definitely more head than Travis gets. Okay, I have, of course I said that last night, and then I immediately went on a rant, and, I was only shut down when Travis called. But, yeah, I don't really have any, I don't have any rants. Didn't listen to any politics. Besides that, it's Saturday. Usually if you're going to catch a talk show, I don't have anybody in my area that does a good political weekend one. Spent the day with Miss Bomey, did our normal brunch, did a little shopping, picked up some stuff for the house. She's probably going to be taking a break in the action, at least through the holidays, for her cooking videos, but unless something changes, and I hate to give this up and have her not do it, because it's happened before, she's going to be doing manicotti. We stopped at the Italian village, Ganucci's. Not quite as awesome as the place that Paul went to. Tell you, if you wanna sit through a good video, couple videos back, Paul Hasman 440 went to a place in Ohio. It's like, oh my God, that is just, if you love Italian food and all that it offers, that place was insane. You come in with your own container and you buy olive oil from the dispenser just open the vat and pour it in. That's Ms. Bomey was informing me that's the way her grandmother always did it. And the place that we have, compared to what you have there, Paul, this was like, this place, our place is like nothing, but they do have a decent meat counter. You can come in and sit down and have a hot meal. They do all sorts of spaghettis and red sauce stuff, and they'll make up fresh fresh sandwiches. I was a little discouraged though. I know it's an Italian place, but one of the best places I've ever gotten chorizo was from them, and they didn't have their normal, their spicy, or their 5 times, which is what I normally pick up. They didn't have any of it, and she just kind of didn't even know. I'm like, please do not tell me you're gonna stop doing it, because place was great. But we picked up some mild and some hot Italian sausage, and that's what she's gonna put in her dish for tomorrow. Ooh, manicotti. Manicotti is what she's gonna be making. So, not sure when this is going to be uploaded. Apologize again. Last night, did the video relatively early. Had dinner, watched a little TV with Ms. Bomey, and then decided to edit the video and check and see who was online last night. And it was, well, granted, I think it was 1 a.m. before I even jumped online, and by then there's like just Alex and Travis, which isn't a problem. You know, they are my brothers, but sent out a few invites, and I don't know. I don't think the system is working all too well lately. I've sent out invites, and I've also been told, hey, I sent you an invite for chat last night, and like, no, I didn't get it. Fucking YouTube, Google, big effing brother. So, yeah, let's take a look at Paul's home brew. Of course, it's kind of hard to knock it when he's so freaking cool. He makes his own labels. Blood of the Black Oak. This better be good. I would honestly, when it comes to a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday review, I try to find what's in the arsenal that's really going to be good. I guess you should always strive to have good beer all the time. You know, the motto over at the Ebomi side, it's the gun is loaded and I feel safe. And over here, it's life is too short to drink shitty beer. I'm sure that'll look good on the shirt. So I'm gonna go enjoy this, and I think Ms. Bomey is making up some kind of Italian spice encrusted chicken and vegetables for tonight. So, again, thank you, both Pauls. Both my Pauls are represented right here. Hazman 440. These are awesome. But really, for the flavors, I realize they're striving for something special. Striving for something special to call a Christmas ale, but this is honestly something you can enjoy all the time. And this is just, I think this is awesome. And I appreciate it, my friend. And I give this a 10 on the E scale. I like how kind of subdued everything is. It's not all in your face and just like some big IPA punch. And I like that bread and that biscuit, that end, that really nice smooth end. But see, again, this one's cold, and as it warmed up a little, you notice more of the cinnamon, not really the nutmeg, but more of the cinnamon and the honey part of it. Yeah, I think they should make this all year. So, okay, guys, enjoy your Saturday night, and thank you, Paul, Hazman 440, and Paul, PA Brew News. Again, part of our family. If you are not already subscribed to these guys, the links will be below. Like I said, that's what I love about over here at this side. It's honestly, it's family, and that's what I honestly love. Even chuck a little, just a little over here. Now that could be completely the alcohol talking. It's actually it's probably entirely the alcohol talking. And I'm sure it'll probably be like, I'll probably put something on the screen that I actually sobered up just a little bit during the editing process, and I regret all of the things that I said towards the end, but I think I'm sobering up a little bit. Chuck's just flat out an asshole, and if you have to have family, we all have at least that one, that one guy, and Chuck is him. When the phone rings and you see the caller ID and you're like, fuck, it's Chuck. Just tell him I'm not here. I heard that. Oh shit. So, okay, I'm gonna go drink this, and we will see you tomorrow, and we'll take a look at Paul's homebrew. Looks like some serious shit. I mean, 13%. I wouldn't even know how to do that. So, one for the bird band. See you tomorrow, guys.